Right, let's just take a quick tour of Google Drive to make sure that you know how to organize yourself. So some teachers have passed on a few concerns that people aren't able to find their work. Now that's all about how you organize and place that work in the first place. So what you'll notice with my Google Drive here is I've got a lot of folders here that I've set up. So the idea of that is I know where to put things, and when I need to find them later, I can just go into the relevant folder and it's easy to find those documents. It's also very, very important to name your work appropriately so you know what it is. So if I'm naming a document, I'll give it a name that's relevant to what it actually is, so that when I come to search for it later, it is much easier to find. So there's a few different ways that you can do things. If you want to make a folder, you can go to New, and you simply hit the New Folder button, and that will make a new folder for you like the ones that I've got here. And you can then start dragging documents and put them inside those folders, okay? You can actually see all your folders at the left-hand side as well. So if I open up my drive, you can see stuff here. So if I had a document I wanted to drag in there, I can drag it from my drive into the appropriate folder, and then I know where it is. Now you'll notice with mine, I've actually coloured my folders as well. This is just so that once I get used to the colours at a quick scan, I know which folder is which. Now you'll notice that this ECDL folder here isn't coloured in any colour. If I wanted to do that, I can just right click and I can change the colour, and I can change it to whatever it is I want. I'll make it a light green. Now, if there are some things that I use more often than others, documents I use all the time, or folders that I use all the time, I can actually star those things as well. So I can add a star, and then at the left-hand side, you'll see that there's a little button that says starred. That will find all of my common things that I use regularly. So I click the starred, it'll bring up all of the starred folders and starred documents so that they're easy to find. Remember, you can use a search item as well. So if I wanted to search for something like, let's just say Unit 2, which is one of the units I teach, I can type in Unit 2, and it's going to bring up anything that's labelled with Unit 2 in the title, okay? There's lots of other things I could search for. You've seen the ECDL folder. If I type in ECDL, it'll bring up anything to do with ECDL there. So for you, it might be like a particular subject that you're in, a project, and that might help you to find what it is that you want. And what I clicked on by accident there was these more search tools. You can actually search for spreadsheets or presentations, photos, or you can search for a certain type of document and then start adding more information here. So there's lots of different ways to find things. But the easiest way is to keep yourself organized to start with, put them in good folders, give them sensible file names. Now, the last thing that I'll just mention here, for any of you who are using Google Classroom and your teacher set up a Google Classroom and you've got documents from there, those things will automatically be put into a folder called Classroom. So it's made for you in your Google Drive. You open up Classroom. All of the classes that you're part of will be on here, probably not as many as I've got here because I've got plenty that I've made over the last few years. And then if you go inside those folders, for me as a teacher, I can see all of the different projects, and if I go in there, I'll be able to see like all of the different things that people have uploaded from my class. For you, you will just see all of your documents for each of those units. So if you're not sure where your Google Classroom documents go, there's a Classroom folder and you'll find them in there. So I hope that helps you keep organized. If you haven't got folders set up for each subject, you really should be doing that, and you should take some time to set them up and organize your work and make sure it's in appropriate places.